Good evening everyone and welcome to ANSOV live demo. In today's demo, we will be going through all of the features in ANSOV. We will be going through contacts, leads, sales, marketing, forms, automations, workflows, dashboard, and tasks. If you're a GBC partner, you can access ANSOV in the partner portal. Simply log in, scroll to ANSOV, and click on the link. If you are not a GBC partner, you will have to subscribe through GBC's website to use ANSOV. So let's get started. First and foremost, ANSOV has an innovative customer relationship management, a CRM, where all contacts can be stored. To insert a contact, simply click on Create Contact, type in a name, an email address, all of the customers or contacts information. You will need to select a country code in order for some of the features to be activated in ANSOV, for example, using instant messaging. Accept the terms and conditions. Click on Agree and Submit. Once you click on Submit, the new contact is now in the CRM, and you can also search for contacts by simply typing in whatever search command is required. You can select multiple contacts and you can delete contacts. You can also include custom segments. So for example, if you are undertaking a specific campaign and you are looking at segmenting your market or creating a new audience that you would like to assign contacts, you can simply create a specific custom segment. And once that segment is added, the segment will then be ready for you to select and assign contacts to that segment. When you create a contact and you choose segments, you'll notice that the new custom segment is available for selection. You can also import contacts, so simply click on Import, choose a file, click Upload, and ANSOV will include all of those contacts into your database. To edit a contact, you can simply click on the field that requires editing. So it's super easy and intuitive. And you can also change a customer segment. For example, a prospective client might become a present client or a past client that you require different type of touch points. So in this case, you can simply change a customer to a different custom segment. So the really cool thing about ANSOV is the engagement with your customers. So choose a client and click on View Profile. And here you can see all the information about your contact. So from this View Profile feature, you can edit your client's details. You can also capture notes. And the pretty cool thing about ANSOV is it gives you the touch history. So you can see how many times this particular client has been nurtured or have been either a meeting or a task has been assigned. To update notes, simply click on Edit, or you can delete notes. And in real time, you can also liaise or make contact with your client. So you can do instant messaging by simply clicking on the icon. And here a desktop WhatsApp window will open up, and you can directly liaise with the customer. So you can choose a contact, you can choose that contact, and you can send an instant message to that contact. And simply hit the enter button to send the message. You can also start instant video chats by clicking on the video icon. And here you can start an instant meeting. Once your meeting is started, you can copy that meeting link. Let's jump onto a video meeting so that I can show you our new products. Please click here. And once you click on the send button, that message will be sent across, and you can switch from chat to video. So I'm just going to go ahead and shut that down. Okay, so moving on, the next feature to talk about is leads. Now in ANSOV, you can create forms, which we'll get to in a few moments. And when a prospective client submits a form, submits their information using one of the forms, either in your Facebook account or your posts or adverts or website, those leads will turn up here in ANSOV. So once a lead is turned up in ANSOV, the next thing to do is move them into your sales pipeline. So simply click on Create Deal. And here you can put in what the potential deal is worth to you in a monetary sense. You can choose a date that you are targeting to close this deal. Who is going to own that deal? What is the deal for? Is it for coaching, consultation, mentoring, other software sales training, new product? Whatever that might be, just select the deal type. And then the deal is associated with, so that is the client's business name. Click on Submit. And once that's submitted, ANSOV will then refresh information. The lead is now gone from the lead section, and it's straight into the sales pipeline. So in your sales pipeline, you can create deals, or deals will automatically be assigned into your sales pipeline from leads, as we've just seen. So here you can move potential deals through the sales pipeline as they progress from appointments scheduled, perfect high potential clients, presentation scheduled, proposal sent, and the deal is either closed won or closed lost. You can drag and drop deals throughout the sales pipeline until they are either closed won or closed lost, or you can click on the deal and edit the information. And you can also move the deal through the sales pipeline by selecting the deal stage. So the one thing to remember about ANSOV, every deal will require a deal amount to be assigned to that particular deal. Because what's important in every business is to know how much of potential revenue is going to be bring into the business so that you can compare the potential revenue and the actual revenue to the forecast or target revenues, which we will demonstrate in a few moments. The next feature in ANSOV is marketing. So when you click on marketing, there are three primary social media marketing platforms that ANSOV has brought together. So first and foremost is Google Ads Planner. So many businesses use Google AdWords. So in ANSOV, you can now create and you can optimize Google Ad using a feature in ANSOV. And the cool thing about it is the hints and tips and also the word counts required before you can actually go into your Google accounts and post your advert. So this is a cool template for you to plan your Google AdWords campaign before actually going into Google AdWords and implementing that campaign. Next is Facebook Post Planner. So in Facebook Post Planner, firstly, by simply logging into your Facebook account, you can get your Facebook feeds in real time. So simply click on the page that you would like your feed to be shown to you. And here you can see your Facebook page feed. So if you wanted to create an ad, you can click on Create Ad and create your Facebook ad. And here you can use one of the forms that you have already created by simply clicking on a form that you have created in ANSOV. So when you create a form in ANSOV, which I will show you in a few moments, all you would do is when you're creating that Facebook post is to select the form that you would like to feature in your Facebook post. So here I'm just going to go ahead and select Facebook test form 1, and that particular form link has been copied to my clipboard. So now when I create my description for my Facebook post, which I'm just going to go ahead and type in test, and then I'm going to say something like register today by, I'm just going to say register today, and then I'm going to paste my Facebook form. I'm also going to go ahead and select an image. I've got multiple to choose from. So once I've selected my image, now from ANSOV, I've created my Facebook post, and I've got two choices. I can either post it immediately to Facebook. So in this way, I can engage my audience without leaving ANSOV. Or I can schedule the post for future. So this is pretty cool because now I can schedule posts for the future. So I can spend a couple of hours on a weekend. I can create multiple Facebook posts and I can schedule them to run at a specific time and date. And the cool thing is that for the rest of the week or for how many posts that I have scheduled in, I don't have to worry about constantly managing my Facebook page content, because now I've spent my couple of hours, I've got all my ads scheduled, and all I have to do is sit back and let ANSOV post those ads as and when. So when I'm ready with my ad, I just have to click on Save and Submit. ANSOV will ask you which page, especially if you're managing multiple pages on Facebook, you choose the page that you would like to post the ad, and that's it. Data is successfully saved. So which means now my Facebook ad is created, and as you can see in here, it was created today, and on that specific day my Facebook ad will feature. So as I mentioned as well, in real time, I also have my Facebook feeds that are showing up on ANSOV. So I don't have to leave ANSOV to look at my feeds. The next feature in ANSOV is LinkedIn. And here it's a pretty cool feature. So in ANSOV, you can log in to your LinkedIn account. So ANSOV will handle everything. It'll just ask you to log into your LinkedIn. And once you're logged in, then you will return back to ANSOV. And now what will happen is it'll say that I am logged in. And if you manage multiple pages or multiple businesses on LinkedIn, it will return all of those businesses pages, and you just simply have to select which page you want to be featured. So in here, as you can see, this is GBC's company feed on LinkedIn. So now in real time, I am seeing exactly what's on my LinkedIn feed. And the pretty cool thing here is there are posts and articles that you can share directly into your LinkedIn profile. And the good part about it, or the main reason for having this, is that you don't have to think about what content to share anymore. You'll have articles and content already available to you, so you can just select articles that you can then share to your LinkedIn feed, and that's directly from ANSOV. The other cool thing that you can do in ANSOV under LinkedIn Post Planner is actually create posts. So similar to Facebook, you can create a post, and ANSOV will ask you which page in LinkedIn do you want to post the ad or the post to. You put in some information. Oops, I'm just going to say test, and then I can select an image for my LinkedIn post, and I can have as much information or as little information as I want in there. And the preview on the right hand side shows you exactly what your post would look like. And exactly the same as Facebook, you can schedule your posts. So you can create 10 posts, you can create 100, 1,000 posts, and you can schedule them all for the future so that you don't have to worry about constantly managing those pages. Once you create your post, ANSOV will automatically post those at whenever the time and date that you have selected. So I can go ahead and say okay. So now my LinkedIn post is scheduled for posting on a specific day. And what you'll see now here, my scheduled posts, so I've got this post now scheduled to be posted onto my LinkedIn feed at that given time and date. Okay, so just to recap, we covered contacts, leads, sales pipeline, and we've just finished marketing. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you marketing forms. So one of the important features in ANSOV is creating and embedding forms so that you can attract new contacts and boost engagement. So whenever you create a Facebook advert, a Facebook post, a LinkedIn advert, a LinkedIn post, whether it's an email campaign or whether it's in your website, you should have forms, and that's the primary way to capture leads, where people engage with your article or your email or your website. They fill out a form and they submit that form. So in this case, in ANSOV, you can now create 3 types of forms. You can create a form that you can paste into your website, and to do that is pretty straightforward. You would click on landing page sign up form, create a form, and ANSOV will have a predefined form. Your either registration, contact us, or sign up form, and all you do is click whichever one you want. If it's a contact us form, select contact us, and this is what the form would look like. And once you click on save, you will then be given a code, and that code is something you will then add to your website. When you add that code to your website and somebody clicks on that form, they will submit their information, and once the information is submitted and somebody actually submits their information using that form, when you click on leads, that lead will then appear in ANSOV under leads. So as you can see here, we've created this new form, and if ever you wanted to use the form again, all you would have to do is click on the form and it will give you your code that you can then copy and insert into your website. Then there's Facebook Forms. Facebook Forms, again, pretty straightforward. Click the type of form that you want to create, either registration, contact us, or sign up. And the cool thing here is when you create a Facebook form, when you are creating a Facebook ad, all you would do is select from the drop-down list which form do you want to include in your ad, and you can paste that code into that link into your Facebook post. And finally, email response. So when you send email campaigns out, which is the next feature we're going to talk about, you would create a form. And when you create a form, what you have here is a link, and you'd hit on copy this link, and this particular link you can now include it in your email campaign. And just to show you what that form would look like when somebody clicks on the link in your email campaign, is a very nice simple looking form that when a user puts their information in and clicks on submit, that information then gets submitted. And if I then went back into ANSOV and into the leads section, which I'm just going to open up on a new tab, now you can see this lead from that form that was just submitted is now in ANSOV. And all I have to do now for this lead is I need to create a deal, and I can say this deal is worth $3,000, for example. I plan on closing this deal with this lead by the 31st of May, whatever that timing might be, and I can hit on deal owner. I can select the user, and when I click on submit, now this lead from ANSOV disappears. So now the lead is gone because now I've moved that lead into my sales pipeline. And if I went into my sales pipeline, I can now see this new deal, which is now in my sales pipeline. So to recap, I created a form, I put it onto email. A user came in, clicked on my form, inserted the information. That particular lead ended up in ANSOV. I then created my deal, and now the lead is in my sales pipeline. So now I can nurture this lead until I either close win or close lose that lead. Okay, so just moving on from forms into automations. So let's say now I've got some leads and my leads are in my sales pipeline. The next thing I need to do is nurture these leads. So the way I'm going to nurture leads, apart from many other traditional ways, is through campaigns. So in ANSOV, there are a number of predefined templates that I can use to nurture my leads. So the first thing I can do is I can choose contacts that are in my CRM that I can ask for referrals. So I can either ask people who know, like, and trust me for referrals. I can reach out to past and present clients to ask them for referrals. I can send an email campaign to businesses just like mine, and we can look at a strategic partnership with them. We can have win-win referral programs. We can either reach out to Chamber of Commerce's. For partners on the call familiar with Get Clients, Get Clients has been rebranded and integrated into ANSOV as Leadzilla. And with Leadzilla, you can find perfect clients. So I'm just going to show you 3 examples from this on what ANSOV has to offer. But before we do that, you can also create your own custom templates. So for example, you may want to create an email ad. So all you would do is you'd click on custom template, and you can call it advert template, and you can give it some hints and tips. So GBC's methodology is in ANSOV is to always remind yourself what this template is. So give yourself hints and tips. And then once you've done that, click on save. And now this template will be saved for use in under my templates. So if now I've got this template that I can use, I can copy the template, I can delete it, I can edit it, but this template is now there for me to use. So I'm going to go ahead and select just one of these campaigns. So I'm now ready to nurture some clients, so I can reach out to past and present clients. I select that, I click on next, and the next thing I need to do is follow the very simple logic in ANSOV. So ANSOV is always thinking about the future. It's very strategic. So ANSOV is going to prompt you to insert up to 5 clients that you can reach out to this week. So from your customer relationship management database, from your contacts database, select your contacts that you would like to reach out to. Even though we've suggested you should reach out to 5, there is no limitation, so you can select just 1. You click on update enroll list. So now my contact is enrolled. So that's the contact that this email campaign is going to go out to. And then before I move on, I need to select clients that I can, or customers or contacts that I can reach out to for the rest of the month. So what we are doing here with ANSOV is we are prompting you to be forward thinking and not just reach out to single clients, but think ahead. Who can you reach out to for the entire month? So you can set and forget and concentrate on other things in your business rather than creating email campaigns. So here we're just going to go ahead and click on update enroll list. And once I'm done with that, I can click on save and proceed. Now that my contacts in this campaign are set, I can then start planning my email campaign. So the first thing is give your campaign a name and then say who is this from. So this is what your email recipient is going to see, and put in the email address that you would like responses to come to. And then the first email in the sequence, which is all pre-written email sequencing, so you don't have to think about what to write in your emails. ANSOV will handle all of that for you. So the template is there. Your subject is already included. You can add attachments. So for example, a brochure or an article or whatever it is that you want to link. So all you do is you click on choose a file, and that might be a brochure that you want to include. So you can simply click on that brochure, and so we'll then update the database and load that particular attachment. If you want to view the attachment, click on View Attachment. If you want to delete the attachment, click on Delete Attachment. So here ANSOV will automatically assign your client's name, so you don't have to worry about that. You would just have to put in your name, because sometimes people like to use shortened names, etc. So ANSOV is not going to use your profile name. It's going to ask you to insert the name. And ANSOV will automatically create a task for you in your task section of ANSOV, so that you'll be prompted to reach out to this particular recipient of your email to follow up. So it's very important not to spam. So whenever you call people up and say, hey, have you received my email? It's less spammy. You can also exclude emails if you don't want to include them in your sequence. You can also add more emails to the sequence. So by simply clicking the plus button, you can add as many emails as you want to your sequence. So I'm just going to go ahead and exclude these emails. And then in the pre-written emails, wherever there's a square bracket, you will need to amend that, because it's asking for specific information that only you can fill in. But the majority of, at least 90%, 90 to 99% of the content is already written for you. So you would not have to worry about that. And when you're done, click on Settings, fill out the basic information about when do you want the email to be sent out. If there's any specific time, would you like to thread emails in the sequence? Follow-up emails, when do you want your tasks to be assigned? And also importantly, if you are sending the same information to contacts from the same company, is make sure you unenroll them, because the last thing you want to do is be bombarding a company with the same email to multiple people. And once you're done there, click on Save. Once you click on Save, ANSOV will then say, yes, you are ready to move your email. And if you missed anything out, ANSOV will prompt you to make the amendments. So here it's saying replace your name in the second mail body. So we need to go to the second mail, which is that, and name. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that. But just one more thing, important thing here is the email sequencing is pretty cool. So here you can select which day you want this email to go out. So if you want it to go out immediately when it's activated, leave it at 0. If you want it to go out one day after you activate, click on 1 day, and you can delay it for up to 30 days. Then your second email will go out 3 days after the first email. You can change that. Your third email will go out 10 days after your second email. You can change that as well, and so forth and so on. And once you're ready, click on Save Draft. So ANSOV will check that all your information is correct. Once it's happy, it'll then say Activate. When you activate the campaign, the activation cannot be undone, but you can always go back and you can pause campaigns. So once you've done, pretty cool, it'll tell you that this campaign is on its way to a number of subscribers from a particular audience that you have selected. For each campaign as well, there's performance, so you can see how many contacts you've enrolled in this particular campaign, how many opens, what's the conversion rate, when do they click, what time of the day did those audiences click, who did the email campaign go out to, how many times they opened it, their contact details, etc. And this is super important information, so you know which contacts are engaging with your email, so that you can further nurture them and close the deal. And then in the bottom, right at the bottom, there's some other cool statistics as well for you to manage your campaigns. So all the campaigns that you would activate or have in draft, you would go to workflows, and in workflows here I can see all of my campaigns that I have running. So if you want to look at a campaign, you can click on, you can see a snapshot how many contacts were enrolled in the campaign, how many emails were sent, how many opens, how many clicks. And if you want to dive a bit deeper into that campaign to see how it's performing, simply click on the workflow and it'll take you to the campaign, click on performance, and here you can see all the data about how things are performing. So I'm just going to show you very quickly another one of the automations. So ongoing email automation. So this is a pretty cool one. So here you can set an ongoing email campaign. So for example, you might be selling a particular product and the product has it has the same sequencing or nurturing process. So here you can create an ongoing email and you can select a particular customer segment. So for example, you might assign new leads to a custom segment called new leads nurturing, for example, and then you can upload updates. So at the moment we've got no leads in that campaign, so let's select one that we do have some clients in or contacts, and there's one in there, so that's great. Now I've got my one contact in this particular custom segment. I can go ahead and I can then start my ongoing email sequence. So once I've done that, oops, just bear with me whilst I find a appropriate one to select. So then I click on confirm. So now I've got my two contacts enrolled. That's great. Now I can save and proceed. And here I can now set my lead nurturing campaign. So what this means is every time I have a new lead that comes in, I can assign them to this workflow without having to start a new campaign. So every time a lead is assigned to this campaign, the lead nurturing, the lead sequence or the email sequence will just simply fire. So here you can set ongoing campaigns and just keep putting in leads. And as you put your leads in, the email sequencing will automatically just fire to these leads. So that's automations. And the last thing I will say about automations is you can also create your own custom email campaigns. So for example, I can select one of these custom templates, and these templates can be used for absolutely anything, like re-engagement, for example. So I've got a number of clients and I'm looking to re-engage with these clients. Apologies, I'm just going to go back and select a new workflow. So here I can select my custom template. I click on confirm, and here I can enroll my contact or contacts, as many as I like, and then I can save and proceed. And here I can select from custom developed templates. So perhaps I did a demo to a client and I want to engage them after a demo, or maybe a prospect has gone cold. Maybe I can reach out to existing clients. or face-to-face business networking event that I've attended and now I want to engage with them, I can select one of these templates. And once I select these templates, pre-written email campaigns will then be populated in these templates. So your email sequencing is already pre-written for you. So similar to the demonstration before, you click on settings. Once your settings are completed, click on action, and then you can activate your campaign. You can then review performance as your campaigns are firing. So next I want to go through is the dashboard. So in the dashboard, there's a number of stats, but to start off with, the most important one is setting your revenue goals. So here you click on revenue goal and you can set your revenue targets for the year. So you select your currency, you select your financial year. So in various parts of the world, financial years are different. So you select whichever financial year suits your country. And once you've selected that, you can then simply click on the month and you can update that information. So you can put your revenue targets in numerical values in there. And at the end, it'll sum up your total revenue target for the year. And as you can see, the profile here is dynamic. So based on what your targets is, each month your revenue targets are shown. So once you are happy with that, you click on Save Goal, and your goals are now saved and it's ready for you to start doing business, and ANSOV will monitor how you are tracking against your revenue. So here you can look at how many deals you've won and what's the revenue won, or what is the revenue lost. And you can compare that for all time, or you can use today, yesterday, this week, this month, 6 months, this year. You can compare your actuals against your annual target, or you can compare against your monthly target. So here you can look at your deals closed versus your goals, and you can see how you are tracking. So your deals closed versus your revenue targets. Here you can look at all your tasks, so how many tasks you have, automation total, so how many emails sent to contacts, how many tasks created, notes inserted, meetings, calls, etc. This is pretty cool, looking at how many contacts. So is your client base growing, and making sure that you are adding contacts so that you can work those contacts. Then you've got Facebook ad summary. So what was the reach for your Facebook posts, post engagement, link clicks, and then how many campaigns you have active, how many contacts you've enrolled, how many active campaigns, how many deals have been closed lost, and how many deals have you closed won. And then finally, to the core features in ANSOV is tasks. Now here you have automatic tasks. So every time you send out an email campaign, ANSOV creates a task for you, which is a follow-up task. Here you can manually create tasks. So you can create either a to-do task, a call, email, a meeting. You can set a priority. You can assign the task to a contact. So if you have a meeting with Jack, for example, you can assign it generally to the person that's logged in, is the assigned. But when you create teams in ANSOV, you can assign tasks to other team members. The status is either complete, due, or overdue, and ANSOV will automatically manage this for you. Set a date. and the time, especially if it's a meeting. If you want reminders to be emailed to you, simply click on Send Reminder, and here you can add notes. And click on Create. So now my task is created, and it's a meeting, pretty low priority, and it's on the 15th at 9:53 a.m. So here I've got all my tasks. Completed tasks will gray out with a tick. Any due tasks will be at the top. Overdue, it'll all be ranked by date. I can also delete tasks, I can create tasks, I can filter tasks as well. So just to finish off with the ANSOV live demo, there's a few other things in ANSOV Marketplace. So from here, you can navigate to strategic planning software. If you already purchased StratPlan, it will link directly to StratPlan. If you have not, you have the option to purchase StratPlan from the Marketplace. There's online courses. If you're a business owner, you can find one of GBC's consultants, GBC partners, to consult for you as well. So you can use directly linked to our consulting database. There's training and coaching, online courses. If you want to purchase small business strategic plans, create SWOT analysis. So here's direct linkages to GBC's marketplaces. Notifications, you can also set notifications, daily reminders, email notifications, task notifications, etc. And finally, the settings tab. So the settings tool allows you to update your profile. So here you can update your ANSOV profile. You can also create users. So you can create users, assign them as in your team. So to do that, you would simply click on Create User, and in here you put in your users, the new user's email address, create a password, and then decide the type of access that you are going to be granting them. So for each of the main features of ANSOV, you can decide the type of access they have, whether they can create, delete, edit, etc. by simply clicking on the toggle switches. So ANSOV will be available on the GBC website for purchase for those that are non-partners. For partners, ANSOV will be available through the partner portal. So thanks again for joining us on multiple streams that we are streaming live today. Thank you for your patience, and I look forward to engaging with you as ANSOV goes live. Thank you.